The smudge has been lit and it is smoking today. You are listening to CKMS 107.2 FM Radio Waterloo, and that was Wake Up and Rise by Digging Roots. I am Lori Gentle Eagle, and this is the Red Road Journey radio show, where we aim to amplify Indigenous voices, to heal ourselves, our relatives, our communities, and our planet. In studio today, the interview that we have is with my co-host, Isaac Two Whitefeather. Born to Carrie Patanaquat and Cheryl Ritchie on Saugeen First Nation, sadly, not unlike many First Nations folks, he grew up surrounded by traumatic events, which shaped who he is today. I like to say he is a wellness warrior who navigates a world not built for Indigenous folks, nor is it built for those with fetal alcohol, ADHD, post-traumatic stress, or historical substance use. Welcome to the studio today, Isaac Two Whitefeather. And for our listeners, I was wondering if you could describe a little bit more to, the extent that you feel comfortable doing so, of course, a little bit of what life was like for you before embarking on what we refer to as that Red Road Journey.
So, hello, my name is Two Whitefeather. I'm from Saugeen First Nations, number 29, like Gentle Eagle was explaining. I moved here roughly in 2019, and yeah, to Cambridge here. So my life before the Red Road Journey, I was taken from my parents at age 4. It was actually on my birthday. They came in, swarmed us, and everything like that, and told us what to say, but we didn't say that, so they put down whatever to, take us, right? And I moved about 14 different times in less than a year. I'm not sure what happened to my sisters at that time, but I felt like I never belonged. I was always had to eat in a different room. I couldn't watch TV in the same room. If there was a family gathering, I couldn't attend. I had to go into my room and whatnot, and it was just a terrible thing. And then I was sexually abused probably till I was about 11 years old. I was sexually abused physically, mentally, and spiritually. I had my hair cut, all my bundle burnt, my regalia burnt, and everything too. And it didn't really help that I have mental health, so it was that didn't really help at all. I had trouble in school. I couldn't focus and whatnot, and finally I just quit school. Eventually moved to my dad's at that time, and started working, and then my auntie died at that time, that I was very close to. She died in 2010, and then 4 years later my dad passed away in 2014, June 4th, and then my mom passed in 2020, within a 10-year span period, and that just tore me apart. I was into drugs at that time, so I fell deeper into drugs and alcohol. I ran away a lot and got in trouble with the law, but I was just trying to survive, trying to make sure that where my dad was fed, we were all fed, we had, things that we needed to survive on a day-to-day basis, and so yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. I'm sorry to hear about all of your losses, not just physically, the people that you lost in your life, but that loss of identity and culture, and it sounds like a lot of a lot of pain that you've been through, and I know that when we talked about doing this interview, you wanted to incorporate music into how you have redefined your life and how it's helped you cope better with things that understandably still come up from time to time. So you've picked some music selections, and I think the first one that you're going to share with us is from an artist who is out west. I believe his name is Iliano, and maybe you can introduce what's going to go on next for us.
Yeah, so him and Brooklyn had started a group, and it's called YSMG. It's for Native people that want to get into music and whatnot. So they help them, pursue music, get them the right producers and all that, and get them on the right track. So when I'll get into that a little bit later about Brooklyn, but now Illinois runs it because Brooklyn had passed away a few years ago. So this is Take My Pain Away, and this came out after Brooklyn passed. So here it is, Take My Pain Away. I'm sorry, here we have a little bit of difficulty here with something's going on here with their computer. So let me try that again. I'm sorry about that, guys. There we go.
Something that's relatable. Hate to say whatever they wanna say to me. All my focus is on something that's majorly focused. They wanna come around and see us now. This is a movement that's to be repeated now. might fully load that pistol, can't get back and blow that missile. For my natives all up in the air, we do it for my natives. They might fuck shoot that down. No fuck around with no fade. No fuck around with no snake. I'ma take away this pain. I'ma shoot away that pain. No fuck around with no fade. No fuck around with no snake. I'ma take away this pain. Yeah. Somebody to help me, to pick me up and get healthy. I'm losing my mind like every single day. I gotta rise up and get this out the way. I feel like I'm losing hope. All I'm doing is abusing dope. My kids need me and I ain't dead. Now I know that shit ain't fair. These prison walls keep closing and this bad news keeps rolling in. Like why? Like why do I even try? This whole life is a lie.
Alrighty, thanks for that, Two White Feather. And that is your name, Two White Feather. That's your spirit name. I know sometimes people confuse it and often say two white feathers, but we're going to give you the scoop on the meaning behind this spirit name.
So, Two White Feather. So, I'll tell you how I got the name, and then I'll go into why and how the elder received that. So I went to see my elder on Cape Coker, our sister reserve up in Saugeen, and so his name was Justin, and we did a shaken tent, and we were in there for like 6-8 hours. And he had a really hard time, right? And I could hear him, and I was like, oh my goodness, but I had to be quiet, right? And I was just, the thing that was going through my mind was, what's going on? Is this bad? Like, I'm not sure there's my very first ceremony, so I didn't know what was going to happen. And then when he finally came out about 1:30 a.m., he said, I talked to the spirits, and did you pass away at birth? And I was like, yes, I did. And he's like, your name is Two White Feather. That's what my guides told me, that your name is Two White Feather. And I've always carried that name strongly, because when my mom was giving birth to me, we both died. And the doctors asked my dad, he's like, who would you like to save? We can't save both. I'm sorry. It's going to be either your son or your wife. So he said, my wife. So they were preparing to save my mom. And I was born April 20th at 11:51, and I died for 10 minutes. And then a miracle happened, and I came back at April 21st at 12:01. And me and my mom came back, and that was an experience in itself. Like, the more and more I remember, it's like a lot of things are like deja vu, but Creator showed me the path that I had to take and the path that I was going to take to learn these lessons, right? And I'm so glad that I'm here now and helping out people now, because the white feather means in Native culture that you're a warrior, and that I'll never ever give up and I'll never surrender, and I'll just keep on going and going and going till I complete what I'm there for, right? So yeah, I was like given a second chance at life too. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're certainly glad to hear that that you've been given a second chance, and that's what I understand. Warriors to be. And I know that you've got another song selection for us that reflects that concept of what a warrior is.
So yeah, so this is Okama, called Warrior. He's from Saskatchewan. He's a speaker and he has a clothing line. And so he's another artist that I do look up to. So here it is, Warrior.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Greater, I know you hear my cries and my prayers. I'm sick of all the lies, we know they hate us. That's why you stand aside, they try to take us. But I'm a warrior. I'll be standing on this ground till we're victorious. Now tell me whose story is more glorious than the story of my people. We are warriors. Warriors, yeah. Who is this native? Pokemon paving the way, breaking the chains, holding my people in cages. History changes, ripping out pages. Now let's face it, warriors painted. Look at our faces. I will stand for all the ages, young and old, staying courageous, standing around like buffalo raisins. No longer can I just stand back. Warriors screaming and slam back, breaking the cycle, dismantling that. All of the trauma, we handling that. Taking our pride and our power back. Ain't nothing better and loud as that. Life of a native, I'm proud of that. All of our youth, empower that. Greater, I know you hear my cries and my prayers. I'm sick of all the lies, we know they hate us. That's why you stand aside, they try to take us. But I'm a warrior. I'll be standing on this ground till we're victorious. Now tell me whose story is more glorious than the story of my people. We are warriors. Warriors, yeah. Years of oppression, but still we fighting the system to win these history lessons. Never told you about the struggle we in. This is the life that we live in. Missing women and children under the dirt, dealing with pain and trauma. Growing up watching our mama whip out all the hurt. We trusted the church. Yes. Who took us away from the ones that we love and put us in cages. Killing our people, they're sweeping it under the rug. This is the life of a native. All of my rage, building up, never no changes. This is the way that it is. Calling us crazy, punish for speaking our language. Greater, I know you hear my cries and my prayers. I'm sick of all the lies, we know they hate us. That's why you stand aside, they try to take us. But I'm a warrior. I'll be standing on this ground till we're victorious. Now tell me whose story is more glorious than the story of my people. We are warriors. Warriors, yeah.
So again, that was Okum and the song was called Warrior.
All right, I love that one. Brings our spirits up a little bit. You've heard us mention a number of times now the Red Road, and in fact, that is the name of the radio show, the Red Road Journey. To White Feather, I was wondering if you could let our listeners know what are we referring to when we're saying the Red Road? Some may not be all that familiar with it.
So there's, in the Native culture, there's actually two red roads that we are sort of talking about. the Red Road program, we sort of focus on that and take some information out of that too, and then the Red Road is walking down that right path, and sometimes you do veer off, like how I did, right, with drugs and alcohol and all the trauma that had happened. I had veered off, but you always get back on that right path, because you always have a choice, right? And eventually you will get on that right path and start healing yourself, right? And getting back to your cultural roots on whoever you are. And for me, it's indigenous roots, right? And like I was explaining before, like I got that all stripped from me, my cultural identity stripped, and everything. So I'm learning the ways again, and in the teachings and in the ceremonies and stuff. I was honored to go to a Sundance there a few years ago, and we were kept on getting invited, but it's a long way away, and but it was grateful that I was able to go to the Sundance in a rain dance ceremony, and it was just amazing, because just feeling that. And I had some trauma dealt with my doctor there before too, and I was surprised I didn't veer off, because I had a peace pipe, and I was gifted it, and then she told me that a bunch of stuff, and said that I'm no good, and you shouldn't have a peace pipe, and I'm not native or anything, and whatnot. So I got rid of it, right? But I keep having these dreams that I need, that I'm gonna get another one, and I'm gonna be following that path of the pipe too, right? And that's part of the Red Road journey, and all these little parts are all about the Red Road journey, or the right path, right? And every little thing that you do will help you out, right? Will help heal you. It will help heal others. You can start loving people. Like for me, like I had a hard time trying to love myself, even in the beginning of my of me getting sober. And within the last year, I've been sober for four years. In the last year, I just started loving myself, right? And I started truly loving my partner, Gentle Eagle, and our fur babies, and in the little family that we started. Because if you can't love yourself, you can't love anyone else. You got to start somewhere, and start trying to heal yourself, and do what it takes to live the good life, right? So yeah.
Yeah, so the Red Road, as I understand it, from what you've shared just a few moments ago there, it's about healing, right? And I like the reference to the road, because on our healing journeys, we're always facing challenges. It's not, you start at the bottom and you rise to the top right away because you've, overcome that big obstacle that was in your way. For some people, perhaps that's what the journey looks like. But for most of us, and certainly, from the struggles of First Nations people, it's more than that. It's having to navigate those detours, those flat tires, as we say, that go on all along the way. I know I'm gonna plug something here. I know that Two White Feather spoke with me early on about doing a caring and sharing circle in community. And for those of you that don't know much about me, I do have a counseling background. I am a healer. That's my profession. And so I said, yeah, absolutely. And what would you like to do for the Caring and Sharing Circle? What can we bring to community at this point? And he talked about, sharing what has worked for him, because it wasn't about the doctors and the diagnosis and the medication and, all of that sort of thing. Some pieces were helpful, but for the most part, not a lot was. It was reconnecting to culture and having that identity back. So we came up with mapping out Mino bin Madazuin, and that is the Ojibwe word for living the good life. So on Sundays, after this radio show, actually, in the evenings, we do run the Caring and Sharing Circles every other Sunday. And Two White Feather and I talk about, what works for people who are struggling with how to be well, even in the midst of crisis. And it's all based in his lived and living experience. So just wanted to give a little plug there, and you're welcome to join us. You just need to send us an email and we'll get that Zoom link out to you. So generally speaking, what we hear from people who are healing is that there's often a person or an event that helped make changes. And I know that was the case for you. Can you tell our listeners who or what helped you make changes along that red road?
Wow. So I guess we were practicing our podcast, right? And I only named one person, but there's obviously Lori, and there's actually two famous people that I met. And the first one was Mike Scott. He led me and he helped me to get on this red road, because he was in gangs. He was doing drugs and alcohol and everything too, right? Exactly what happened to me. He had similar trauma. But anyway, so he came to Saugeen, eh? And I remember, and it was stormy out, winter, blowing snow. You couldn't see a foot in front of you or nothing. And Lori's gentle eagle said, "We need to go back." And I looked at her and and I said, "Look, no, I need to do this. I need this." And she looked at me and looked in my eyes and said, "Okay, we're going to go. We're going to try to do this. We're going to try to make it." And we thought we were going to be late, but we were actually an hour early, eh? And
so much for Indian time.
Yeah, right. So it was good that we got there, and it hasn't started yet. And he picked me out of like 80 plus people in the rec center there on Saugeen, eh? And he literally was talking to me, eh? And I was crying, and he was looking to my support person, Lori, eh? And he was like, "That's your support, isn't it?" And he went on talking about having supports and stuff. And afterwards, he pulled me off the side and he said, "I can feel your pain. I can see your pain. I can see your trauma that you went through. And I'm just telling you that you're not alone." So he gave me his private Facebook and his email and everything, and he said, I want to hear you do good in the next couple of years. I want to hear from you, and you helping people, or you being a firefighter like you wanted to be, eh? And so that was the first one. And then just recently, I was sort of down in the dumps, eh? And Adam Beach came to Saugeen, so that's when we did the podcast there, the first one, and it went amazing. And he gave me a different direction at that time, because I was having trouble, eh? So yeah, so that those were, and of course Lori, she's always been there, and whatnot, right? And so yeah.
Yeah, for those of you who want a little bit more information about Mike Scott, one of his earlier, I don't know if we can call it a campaign, but one of his slogans, anyways, that he uses is "Sober is sexy," and he's got a whole line of merchandise out there. And I think he's grown with doing more inspirational speaks across the country to other slogans and whatnot. But yeah, you can look him up. He's based in Saskatchewan, and I just wanted to add too that when we met Mike Scott out in Saugeen, Two White Feather got some merch, and on the sweatshirt was the word. Forgive me if I'm not pronouncing this correctly. I think it's an OG Cree word, Ojama, which means, ironically, warrior. Mm-hmm. So, how fitting, because Two White Feather, really, you have, I think, been on that warrior path for a long time, right? And that's really what wounded healers are all about. And I think some of those influencers you've mentioned would agree with us, too. Yeah. So I know you got another song, and it's by your mentor, Mike Scott.
Yeah. So Mike Scott got into music too, and like I said, he's from Saskatchewan. Sober is sexy, and it's true. Sober is sexy, and it looks sexy on me, anyways. Eh? No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, this song is by Mike Scott. There is a couple other rappers in there too, native rappers, and it's called "Pray for Peace." So here it is, "Pray for Peace."
build it. I'm a hero and villain, they got me feeling like Venom. We still searching for women that disappeared and went missing. Got no love for the pigs, so they ain't paying attention. I'm in a gang full of henchmen on the res in the trenches. Double S is the emblem, we the 7th rebellion. We grew up in the system, I think it's time that we crush it. While our mothers were molested, all our fathers are felons. We got power together, I'm trying to earn my feathers. For the love of the life givers, the sake of the grandfathers, the youth is the future. Now just thanks to the ancestors, I gotta ask my people what the hell are we thinking? We got a problem with liquor, but got no water for drinking. Now we're facing extinction, so we stand at attention. Yeah, they planned this genocide since they came here to colonize.
So that was Mike Scott, Pray for Peace.
Alrighty, so I'm loving the music selections here today. All very influential Native artists as well as entrepreneurs. You know, as Two White Feather mentioned, a lot of them have done not only music but clothing lines. We'll hear from another one who's got a record label out as well. And of course, they all share their living experiences to encourage others, just like Two White Feather is doing with us today. So Two White Feather, again, this last question that I have for you has to do with the activities that you've done and continue to do that help keep you on track. Because we all know that Red Road can get bumpy at times. So maybe you can share with the listeners what works.
So yeah, you know, I'm not perfect. And, you know, if there is a perfect person out there, I would love to see them. Because, you know, you can only do what you can do as for your best, right? For the best of your family, for the best of your loved one, and for the best for yourself, especially when you're on this healing journey. You know, when I first started on this healing journey, when I first got sober in 2020, May 24 weekend, and I had all this energy, and I said to Gentle Eagle, I was like, I want to do something for First Nations people, and I want to bike, and I want to, you know, raise awareness for different organizations and get donations, and you know, different types of donations to donate to these communities that do need our help, right? And whatnot. So I always bike. A few of them are first of all, mental health. I always do at least 6 bike rides for mental health in a year, in spring/summer into fall. But I also do Missing and Murdered, Orange Shirt Day, Res Dogs campaign, the Water campaign. And those are just some of them, right? And my first one I was on a BMX bike for a 10-year-old, and I had like 20 flats.
And he's about 6 feet tall.
Yeah, I'm 6 feet. I'm 6'1", and you know, the chain kept falling off and everything. It took me 9 hours to get there, and Lori was like, "You can quit." I was like, "No," and that's where my name comes in, because I never quit or I never surrender until I get the job done, And she really found that out that time, that no matter what, I'll keep doing it and keep on trying and get it done, right? And if I don't have biking, for instance, in the winter time, I craft, And to, you know, and crafting really, with my ADHD, I didn't think it would work, but it really helps me calm myself down, get relaxed, you know, and whatnot. And we take on different things, you know, to and try different things to make and everything. So yeah, and then also mapping out Minimum Wadsman means living the good life. I do circles every second Sunday from 6:30 to 8, and with the teachings that we get to prepare for the circle. It seems like every time that I do circle, it's something that I had trouble with within the last 2 weeks, and so it really helps me to not relearn, but to read over the grandfathers and the traditions and all that, right? And that's what helps keep me on the right path, right?
Yeah, it really has, spread out in so many areas. And I find that that's what happens, right? When we first embark on that healing journey, is the focus is very much internally and on ourselves at first. But, as we take those steps forward, more and more, it extends out to, what can we do with our struggles and the lessons and learnings that we've had as a result to help others who are also struggling. And I just want to go back to that first bike ride that Two White Feather did. He did make it. It took him 9 hours. He got to Six Nations, and that was for Landback Lane, if you all remember that going on a number of years back now. So it was pretty incredible to see. Like he said, lots of flat tires, lots of detours, some people on the road that didn't really, know how to handle people biking and whatnot. Every challenge that we could have faced that time, we did, but he did it with such grace and determination, and that's what it's all about. So thanks for sharing those activities, Two White Feather, and again, just want to do a couple of plugs here for you and for us and all that we do in community now. So he's got a bike ride coming up, Two White Feather Red Road Bike Ride, the first one of the season on April the 22nd, which is Earth Day, of course. And that'll be followed up with a community cleanup, so come on out. And then on April the 12th, we have our monthly craft club, and that's at the Civic Hub downtown. And this time we are going to be doing a bingo night. So we'll be doing a little bit of crafting to make our own bingo games, and then we'll be doing some playing, and we'll be having some fun. So that's April 12th. And we've got a crafters market coming up. Two White Feather has been very busy, much busier than me, doing some spring crafting. So that's the Spring Feast Market with Healing of the Seven Generations on April the 13th. And that's going to be at Willow River Park Pavilion. And then we're very proud to say that we are going to be hosting what we're calling a differently abled market for creators on May the 19th. So more details to come about that in the future. But now we've got more music for you.
So this one's by Brooklyn. It's called Choices. He died at 30 of an OD. He got sober, and then just like how I first got sober, I slipped and I fell and I got back up, but unlucky for him, he passed away, and now Illinois has the YSMG label in the business, and that was his partner, right? So this is called Choices.
Alright, Boogie, we done killed another one, This shit we speak from the heart, the choices we made. Tell us no more. I said, they don't really know, the choices that I made, just to get to where I am. Yeah, I said, they will never know. Mary Daddy. I hope that one day he's that's to see me marry the woman of my dreams, cause the misery I carry. And even though I didn't show it, life was really scary. The hardest of them all, a couple friends I had to bury. I lost everything I fucking love. Tell me what you carry, cause the ones who hate lost nothing, dog. And the ones whose faith is above it all. I would never speak these words out in public, bro. I said, they don't really know, the choices that I've made, babe, just to get to where I am, babe. Yeah, I said, they will never know, the choices that I've made, babe, just to get to where I am, babe. Follow this little dream and nothing got in between. Let these fake people speak, fuck them, it's been a breeze. Your real friends will stay, the fake ones will leave. Got me 10 toes deep, and I'm still counting sheep up a shit's creek in a city that's cheap. Been to war and OG, always got a hand in beef. Know I've been through more grief, running with the OGs, always hung with dope trees. Those oxys and codeine, stuck up in the hood, no butter bread and bologna. Realized those snakes was too close, smooth phonies. Epitomized for having those two-faced homies. I still smell clean, I've been through the dirty laundry. I speak it from the heart, you know I get it on. As much as I've been right, you know I've been it wrong. And I wrote this little song so you can hear it all. And the choices that I made, I had to make a call. I said, they don't really know, the choices that I've made, babe, just to get to where I am, babe. Yeah, I said, they will never know, the choices that I've made, babe, just to get to where I am, babe.
So this song, I dedicate this song to everyone that had lost their lives to an OD and the family members there. So they had dedicated the song to them, and I am dedicating the song to them too. And this is Brooklyn, and that was Choices. So our next one is by Matt Mac, Dakota Bear, and Oakham, Rez Remix. Matt Mac is blind, and Dakota Bear, he has a clothing line and record label called Landback Records. So, and then Oakham, he has a clothing line and whatnot there too. So here's Rez Remix.
Free me from cages, out of this maze. I need the sage, not the praises. I lost my dad, so my mama, she raised me. I need some guidance, believe me. Life on the res, it ain't easy. I lost my cousins, my uncle, my brother, rest easy. Pray that I need you to leave me. I got so many I lost. My best friend crossed to the other side, all little pain that it caused. I need to take some time, my life on pause. I do the best for my people, I give it my all in. This is my calling, I've been free falling. We got the problems and I can't solve all them. I got this weight on me, please wait on me. The thunderbirds coming, please rain on me. Yeah, set me free. This is for the youth that need just a little bit of hope. Yeah, lean on me.
Choose to fly by, trying to stay connected, but I'm barely getting Wi-Fi.
Poking just inside me and different, so I try. Born with so little, well, so many keep a blind eye. Not much to show you, but I got my voice to offer. House shortages, yeah, we still boiling water. Isolated from the world, but who the hell cares? This the res life gospel for those who felt scared. You heard that I'm on praise, yeah, the story yours, but I got a strength from mom, she's a warrior. Broken inside, but finding ways to open my mind. Been blowing smoke, yeah, let's go for a ride. But I've been chosen to rise, and the pressure is real. Cause the res is a place where many dreams get killed. Yeah, there's nothing to do. So as I sit in my room, I'm holding out, hoping my dreams come true. That's the life when you're living in the rain. I'm breathing in the rain. I'm dreaming in the rain. Yeah. But that's the life when you're living in the rain. Freezing in the rain. Oh, sleepless in the rain. Yeah.
I breathe the smoke from the smudge, let it fill me with your love. All the weight on my shoulders, I can feel you lift it up. You're my connection to the earth, my connection to above. You're the whole universe, you're the light, you're the love. With you by my side, I know I'm not alone. Let the heat rise, let the elders splash the stones. Sing another song, bring my ancestors here to telling me that we are strong. We don't ever bet the fear. Greater, I know you hear my cries and my prayers. Every day I pray for my natives, wondering why that they hate us, but they will never break us, cause we're protected, never will forget this. Our ancestors sacrificed, we respect this. We are blessed with the guidance in their message. I stay connected, especially on the rest, yeah.
So that was Res Remix by Mac and Dakota Bear and Oakham. So yeah, so we have one more song we'd like to play. It's called the AIM song, the American Indian Movement. So yeah.
I'm glad we're closing with this one because I think it sums it all up really well, right, about warriors. So, Chi McWitch, to White Feather for the interview, and we hope to see everybody back next week.
Yeah, thank you.